I had a speech. I learned it all. Oh God, she won't understand. She won't understand.
Of course she won't understand, Sparky. I'm beyond her understanding. She's a girl. Sugar and spice and everything. Useless, unless you're baking. I'm more than that. More than flesh.
More than blood. I honestly don't think there's a human word fabulous enough for me. Oh, my name will be on everyone's lips, assuming their lips haven't been torn off. But not just yet. That's alright, though.
I can be patient. Everything is well within parameters. She's exactly where I want her to be. And so are you, number 17. You're right where you belong.
So what do you think? You'd get your soul back and everything would be Jim Dandy. Soul's slipperier than a greased weasel. Why do you think I sold mine? Well, you probably thought that you'd be your own man, and I respect that. But...
You never will. You'll always be mine. You'll always be in the dark with me, singing our little songs. You like our little songs, don't you? You've always liked them, right from the beginning. And that's where we're going.
Right from the beginning?
Right, back to the beginning. Not the bang, not the word, the true beginning. The next few months are going to be quite a ride. I think we're all going to learn something about ourselves in the process. You learn you're a pathetic schmuck if it hasn't already sunk in. Look at you, trying to do what's right just like her. You still don't get it. It's not about right. It's not about wrong. It's about stamp.
It's about power.
Nathan and Brendan O'Leary, this is Maude Flanders. I just want you to know that I am so thrilled that you have this great Maude cast, because I'm Maude and I like it.
And as you can see, flame on, I am flame cording. Have we been having like every second of Maude's screen times, right? So if she does a clip, we do every single like scene that she appears in, the whole of that scene, right?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing here, yeah.
Cold opening today. We are back in Turn Peaks, the Turnbull family kitchen. We have Rochelle, Eliza, Tatiana, Balthazar, Kez, and Rasmus. Who would you like to be?
Back where it all began. I'll be Eliza, Tatiana, and Rasmus, please.
You very much will. The kitchen and action.
And Todd and Rod would like it too.
Turnbull family kitchen. Oh, this kitchen is buzzing with activity, isn't it? As we're preparing for the big raccoon launch. Rochelle, what are you doing?
I'm flitting around in a frilly apron. What are you doing, Eliza?
You're
I'm
Eliza.
Not
I'm
Sorry.
Rochelle. We're all getting all in a fluster. I'm flitting around in a frilly apron. What are you doing, Eliza?
I just like to answer people's questions. I'm handling spices with the precision of a magician.
Wow. Tatiana, you look like you're doing something really amazing.
I'm making bacon flipping acrobats. Eliza, that was you again. I'm Tatiana. I'm making bacon flipping acrobats.
Oh my goodness. While I am studying a textbook like it's a sacred text.
What about you, Kez?
Me, Kez?
I'm jamming on banjo while stirring a pot.
And I, Rasmus, am standing proudly in the middle holding a piece of raccoon bacon like a trophy.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Ladies and gents, behold the piece de resistance. Turnbull's artisan raccoon bacon. I've perfected the recipe. Just wait till you taste it.
Oh, Rasmus, I'm Rochelle, and this is going to make us famous. I've already started designing our bacon-themed outfits. Think bacon hats and sizzling skirts.
These spices are so rare, I had to wrestle a squirrel for them. If this bacon doesn't get us fame, I'll eat my hat, which, by the way, is also bacon-themed. I'm Tatiana, Anna. Look at this. My bacon flipping technique is practically a ballet. If this bacon doesn't impress, I'll personally challenge everyone to a dance-off.
Oh, bloody hell.
Everyone. All of you.
Well, Mr. Balthazar over here says, according to this, the key success is the brining. The brining, but my calculations have a 90% success rate. Or was it a 10% failure rate? Oh, well, let's see what happens. Oh, I've composed a special bacon jingle on my banjo. It's got a catchy tune and a whole lot of squeals just like the raccoon.
Oh, I am so proud. I am beaming. I am slicing up this piece of bacon. Here, look at it all. Oh, taste it. I call it bacon off at God's.
Oh, well, Rochelle thinks it's divine. I'm going to name our bacon Heavenly Turnbull Crisps and do this dramatic little dance.
Yum yum. I can't believe it. This bacon might actually bring in the crowds, or at least distract them from Tatiana's less than perfect dance moves.
Wink, wink. And if not...
I'm Tatiana.
That's right.
Everybody stop taking my lines, and I can dance like a mother. And if not, I've got a backup plan. Bacon-themed acrobatics. Watch out, Circus World of 1887.
Oh, watch out, Circus World indeed. But let's study this bacon with an exaggerated seriousness. This might actually work unless... No, it's perfect. The cookbook agrees. And I love this bacon, that's crispy bacon fun. Turnbull's got the flavour that everyone's dreaming of.
Cheers.
Cheers, bacon slices, cheers.
To the Turnbull family. May our bacon bring us fame, fortune, and the occasional dance-off.
Oh no, bloody hell.
It's a raccoon.
It's a raccoon, mischievous and hungry, is dashing in. Oh no, it's making a beeline for the bacon.
Oh, that's not going to be good. It's got the entire batch in its tiny paws.
Oh, let's all freeze in shock. Nobody move. As the raccoon, he's deadly. He's deadly as old Barry. As the raccoon scampers off with our precious creation. Oh no, our bacon.
That raccoon just made off with our entire stock of raccoon bacon. We'll never recover from this. I knew I should have installed a raccoon-proof door.
The cookbook never mentioned dealing with raccoons. Looks like our bacon dreams are now just raccoon snacks. Raccoon's now out halfway out the bloody door with its mouth full of its own bacon.
This is taking a dark turn. It's looking at us with a triumphant twitch of its tail. Oh, it's gone. It's disappeared into the wild with our culinary masterpiece. Well, at least we have a good story. And maybe a new slogan. Turnbull's bacon. So good, even the raccoons can't resist. You bastards.
My spirit's unbroken. My heart's
too.
broken, though. I'm broken inside.
My spirits will never be unbroken.
How's that for a wacky, funny twist?
How do you like me now, Maude?
Song, Maude, it's the last good cast, season 12. Nice to nice, I'll sell these fluffy dice. An ice cream enthusiast, don't judge, just sip your drink. Caught underlining scriptures with a moment to rethink. She's a guinea pig lover, tuppence her acclaim. I think I understand your pain, Nelson. Maude bought them as a joke that I didn't get. Unflavored ice milk, her drink of spree. Spitting poetry, her fiery embrace. Just Jehoshaphat and Radamanth as judges of law, a cookie-ookie mum to Rod and Todd Ghost, her role with glee modelling Jehoshaphat, Radamanthus Dina, her legacy spin. It's nice to know this, I'll sell these fluffy dice. It's the Maude Flanders Internet Podcast Season 12. Who would have bloody thought it?
What? Season 12? Who would have ever thought we were going to wrap this up?
Well. Hello and good morning. Don't have a cow, Maude. And you know what? Apparently, Jock, he's grown up a little bit. He's now a toddler. And he's sent us a little baby toddler voice message.
Catch dead. Right in a hamster. Slipping between the blades of grass. Tiny dead. Deconstructing everything. Coming to you to tell you what's what.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
To pretend I actually do the thing. I have therefore only pretended to pretend. My goodness. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
That does sound familiar. I believe we have at some point in the past discussed that one before. Jock probably doesn't remember all of his quotes, so he probably thinks this is like gold for it's like his first time round all over again.
Exactly. He's living it. He's living the dream one more time. And I'm sure this relates to Maude Flanders in some way, but I have no idea how. All hail corporate imperialism.
Imperialism.
Well,
imperialism.
As you know, we now have...
We're in limbo, aren't we?
We are in limbo. And dressed in togas,
And I've got a microphone in my hand. Welcome back to the two presenters in limbo. Can you believe we're here after season 11?
Oh, blimey, it's a surprise. The brochure says souls who died before Christ are stuck here.
Oh my goodness, who's this? Looking thoroughly distressed and wearing a toga that clashes with his usual attire. What's that sign saying?
It seems to say waiting for big baby Jeez. I think he means to say Jesus. Who is it?
I'm Mr. Sweetman, and this is a disaster. I can't be stuck here. I was too sweet for Mantown, too manly for Sweet Town. I had so many sweet-based projects, like my Sweet Haven Community Centre and my Sugary Sanctuary for the less fortunate. And now I'm just here, a bloody mess.
I don't believe that you did any of those things, Mr. Sweetman. Oh, it's Socrates. He seems to be sipping from a goblet filled with a herbal drink, looking contemplative. Oh, and he's with Rod, Hobgoblin, and Truth Frog, as always. Truth Frog is covered in muck and looks quite disgusting, frequently shitting, farting, and vomiting as it speaks. Ah, another soul grappling with existential turmoil. How splendid. I told you this place was a mess.
Art. The truth is, your projects were no more than fleeting illusions, Sweetman. And a bad orange. You're stuck here because you couldn't reconcile your self-image with your actions, you brat.
Socrates, you're here too. It's Socrates, indeed. This realm is ideal for deep philosophical inquiry. What seems to trouble you, my sorrowful sweet friend?
It's an outrage. I was caught between two extremes. Too sweet for Mantown and too manly for Sweet Town. I had grand projects. I've already said that. I had grand projects like helping people on the West Bank who were waiting for the big baby Jesus. And now I'm here regretting my failed ambitions. Croak, shit. The truth is, you were never as impactful as you thought, Sweetman. Your Sweet Haven and Sugary Sanctuaries were just band-aids on a bigger fucking problem. Fart.
And what precisely were these projects that weigh so heavily upon you?
As I stated earlier, I was working on Sweet Haven, a place to bring joy and comfort to the downtrodden, and Sugary Sanctuary, a refuge for those in need. Instead of making a difference, I'm stuck here with fucking nothing but time on my hands to reflect on failures.
Always trying to be the hero, and look where it got you, stuck with us. Sip, sip. So, your distress stems from the unfulfilled potential of your plans and being caught between two worlds.
Through the darkness, a future past. The magician longs to see one chance out between the worlds. Fire. Walk with gradually and hopefully lulled Poncho if she returns my calls.
But tell me, what is the true measure of worth? Is it the success of projects or the virtue and intention behind the efforts, Modflanders?
Well, my legacy, my contributions to make a real impact to the older community of plowers. Burp, croak, fart. The truth is, you failed, Sweetman, because you're too busy being self-righteous to truly address the needs of those burp, fart around you.
Ah, the nature of legacy is it's not a fleeting shadow, much like a sunbeam on the west bank. Perhaps the real value lies in understanding the pursuit of virtue and accepting one's role within the grand scheme of things.
But I was too sweet for Mantown, and too manly for Sweet Town. I had so many ideas, and now they're all meaningless.
Reflect on this, Sweetman. Is your anguish about the loss of achievements or the difficulty of reconciling your identity with your sense of purpose? Just face it, mate. You're here because you never quite fit in anywhere. Rod's being a dick, isn't he? You are.
Fart, burp, fart, burp. The truth is, it's time to stop wallowing and start swallowing up. And start accepting. Burp.
Oh my goodness, they're on it, these lot, aren't they? And finally, Mr. Sweetman arrives after 3 decades. Where have you been, Sweetman?
Been busy.
He's been in purgatory from lots of things.
Let's get out of limbo and head towards purgatory, okay?
Oh yeah, sorry, limbo. He's been stuck in limbo, much like Gambit. Mr. Sweetman, you cannot follow us. Do not rush off, Sweetman. We are on the verge of uncovering the essence of your turmoil. Contemplate this. Is your sorrow about the unfulfilled projects or the understanding of what truly makes life meaningful too much of a sweet for Sweet Town?
My projects, my legacy.
Fear not. In the grand cosmos, a legacy is but a fleeting shadow. True fulfillment comes from understanding and accepting one's place within it, Maud Flanders.
Broke. Shit. That's right, Socrates. The truth is, it's time to face reality and move on. Billy the Kid, Dave Socrates, Herman the Kid.
The lights are fading on me, still talking.
Truth Krog's over
I'm
there
still
croaking,
talking.
croaking and vomiting. And sweet man.
Oh, well, we're going to go through the door now. We're going. Bye.
I'm coming with you.
We are coming too, like on Bill and Ted. Okay. Let's
All right,
go.
then let's go through to Purgatory. Watchdogs. Come on, Snaggy. You've been suspiciously quiet. Fraud, Truth, Frog, Socrates, and Sweet Man. We've already got a gang. We were supposed to be doing this mission solo.
We were.
Give me a number between 1 and 300.
In a while. 8. No, I've definitely
8.
done 8. It's a lost number. Let's find out.
No, we haven't done
No,
8.
I've not.
Who do Rod and Todd look like in comparison to Rod and Todd? Who do they mostly look like?
Ned, facially. I mean, like,
We
in terms
definitely
of...
answered this question because you did a long talk about how they probably did Ned first, and then they made Todd, and then they from that probably made Maude and then Rod, or vice versa.
Well, just loop that back in here.
All right, give me another number.
25.
25. Food,
Come to the door.
nachos, Flanders style, cucumbers with cottage cheese.
Correct.
Done.
That is
Give me
it.
ano-
That
give me
is it.
another number.
Snack them. 38.
Why does Maude keep being brought back? Do the Simpson writers regret murdering her? Done, but it's a good question to ask at this point. Why is that?
They do regret murdering her, and they have Roswell on hand, as we'll see this week, probably.
Very good. Fair enough. Do we have some time for some
So that's
sponsors?
nice, yeah, always.
Well, to be honest, we've got a brand new set of sponsors just in time for the end of days. And first up is vegetables. Vegetables, yum, yum, fresh from the earth. Oh, they're so wholesome. Try saying without thinking of crunchy, vibrant veggies. Herbivores say nom nom. Pure natural goodness. Upbeat music. Introducing vegetables, the ultimate fresh bite. Veggies, it's an unbeatable bite. Try saying, we've already said that. Nom nom, no compromises. Amazing value deals. Crispy greens on your plate. Indulge in the flavor. Savor the taste. It's first rate. Salads, crisps, tongues wag. A healthy sensation. But wait, there's more to this delightful creation. Behind every bite lies a story fresh and bold. Produce grown with care, their journey told. In the cycle of nature, we're mindful and aware, respecting every plant with compassion and care. So relish the flavors with vegetables. It's true. Enjoy the feast, knowing it's ethically pursued. Satisfy your cravings with quality assured. Vegetables, where taste and ethics are both treasured. Ethical, fresh, and delicious. Get your greens today. Closing music.
Nice. Sponsor. That's dog that says, we're just men. We're just innocent men.
What's that?
Welcome. It's a clip. It's like a puppet. And it says, he
Oh,
says,
no.
what? We're just men. What do you mean? We're just innocent men.
And then the woman starts laughing hysterically, right?
Yes.
Sponsor, the man who remained quiet in a library. In a world, gentle background music. In a world where silence speaks volume, there was a man whose quiet presence in the library was nothing short of extraordinary. Meet John, the man who remained quiet in a library, not out of self-interest, but to help others in surprising and meaningful ways. John, a humble librarian and community hero, devoted his life to creating a sanctuary of knowledge and tranquility. His silence was a gift, allowing readers to lose themselves in the pages of their favorite books, undisturbed, soft, uplifting music. But John did more than just maintain peace. With a knowing smile and a quiet nod, he guided lost souls to the exact book they needed. Whether it was a student struggling with a tough assignment, a young reader discovering the joy of literature, or a researcher seeking rare information, John was their silent savior. His kindness extended beyond the library walls. John organized book drives for underprivileged schools, provided quiet study spaces for local students, and even offered tutoring sessions for those in need, all without uttering a word. His actions spoke louder than any speech ever could. In a bustling world, John's quiet dedication to helping others stood out. His unassuming nature and genuine care transformed the library to a haven of support and inspiration. Inspirational music swells. So next time you visit the library, take a moment to appreciate the silence and remember the man who remained quiet, not out of selfishness, but out of a profound desire to help others. John, the quiet hero of the library, where every whisper of silence holds a kindness. John, the silent helper in your local library. Discover the power of quiet today.
Beautiful. And my second sponsor is Scott Walker. Rest in peace. He could have won sponsor race season 1, but he was just picked at the last spot by Onion. I think it is because he He has uniqueness, nerve, and talent, but he lacks some charisma. He is simply unt. So he is. So rest in peace. And do you have any more sponsors?
No, but I have this one. A sponsor
Well,
race.
we are back in the world of it's a sponsor race. I'm going to insert episode 1 here because we watched it twice already.
Welcome to the Maude Cast official sponsor race All Stars All Winners season. I am Lel Poncho and frankly, I'm barely hanging on by a thread, so let's just get into it. Bring back our All Sponsor Supremes.
McLeod, winner of season 10, owner of MFMB 11 in Mount Erebus, Ross Island, Antarctica. Catherine Cat Slater, Cat Slater Slam, the winner of season 9, Cat Slater Slam. Owner of MB 56 in Haddonfield, Illinois. Cat Slater Slam. Grolith the Ice Dragon. Grolith the co-winner of season 8. Grolith co-owns MFMB 39 in Requer of France. Rose Kemp gang member, her name is Desiree. The co-winner of season 8, Desiree, co-owns Amifine B39 in Requer, France. Desiree, Rex Wolfington, the winner of All Stars 2, Rex Wolfington, owner of Infine B102 in Tipperary, Ireland. Rex Wolfington, J. Vernon Pentecost, JVP, of season 6. JVP owns Mythomythery 8 in Aranza, Castilla-La Mancha, Spain. JVP, La Befana, Viva La Befoa, winner of All Stars 1. La Befana co-owns Ifine B100 in Ventura. Atlantis with Ham Jr. Rock Pops, Happy Boy Nando's, the winner of season 4. Happy Boy owns and Fine B112 in Ulangom, Mongolia. Murray Lloyd, the winner of season 2, owns in the Fimby 25 in Nora, Micronesia. And lastly, Anya, the winner of season 1. Anya owns a Fimby 4 in Wyoming, North Carolina. Good luck, sponsor slags and cheeky bastards. And don't flipping fool, get up, viva la sponsorinos. To the moon, mucho thanko. 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 Good luck. Buffalo. One challenge. Write a verse for the exclusive. Sponsor race, pitch track, legends rise this season. Nobody will be eliminated. Instead, gradually and loud, we'll choose the 3 holiest rollers of the week, and each will receive a golden Maude mask. The 3 holiest rollers will then flambeau for the 10 and the chance to give another sponsor the t-shirt, cannon, mop top, chop, top, meaning they can now receive a badge the following episode, even if they are one of the 3 holiest rollers. The 4 sponsors with the most golden Maude masks at the end of the season will compete for the ultimate prize, the hosting gig for the Maude Cast official reboot.
Legends rise, we're legendary. Watch me touch the sky. High, high, rainbow high, where legends never die. Oh, it's onion, swamps, love, supreme Paris. Once I was a villain, now my jewels are 40 carats. You saw me shouting out for Luke, you saw me chuckle at a band cry. Are you gonna win twice, onion? Too right, I am you cheeky bastard. Oh, that's the whiskey hun. Hobby horse skull on a pole, oh, my glow up has begun. I'll dom this race so hard. You'll say this horse on roids, but I am not. It's just the charm of my real life. Fucking hell, I'm Pappy Boy Nando's. Godfather of chicken, I'm Clucky Chicken Brando. Pepper 11 herb, my place will astound. And with a side of fries, you'll see why I was crowned. The clock to the moon because the race is on, sir. We all know Rock Hats is the king's sponsor. Legends rise, we're legendary. Watch me touch the sky. High, high, rainbow high, where legends never die. High, high. The fun comes at night in worn out shoes. Dressed like a Roman, only good reviews. Italian Madonna, queen of drama. See me with the bands on Tiziana. From Tijuana to Tijuana, Viva, viva la Bafana. It's 7 to 6. You know where your wing chimes are. In the fog-drenched streets I stay. In the hero jet that Ashton and make me feel. Spectral voices, ghost spirits all around. It's my gothic playground, it's my gothic crown. Tuning other sponsors to my spectral accord. Jay Vernon, Pentecost, here repping for Maude. Legends rise, we're legendary. Watch me touch the sky. High, high, rainbow high, where legends never die. From MFI, MDB5 to Vietnam, spicy works for Rex to Finland. Amongst the chili trees I bark and I prune. I do need pumps and release to take me to the moon. Woof, woof, bark, woof, woof, bark, woof, bark, bark, woof, 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 bark. Wolfington is back, pause for a pause. Rex, Wolfington, and the lemonade, his own hot sauce. I am Growlithe, mighty ice dragon, but I'm on fire and bitch I ain't bragging. Scales are fast and breathing, gush and chill. I didn't come back to knock off a kill. I can roast your chickens like Rex or Pappy Nance. Give me the crown, don't make me scorch your Netherlands. I don't know what this is, I don't know why I'm here. Am I supposed to make this rhyme? I want what? A spawn for competition. Will it keep me out of prison? Okay, then I guess Rose Camp gang member is coming for the crown. Legends rise, we're legendary. Watch me touch the sky. High, high, rainbow high, where legends never die. High, high.
My cat's here. I'm only bloody so bland's queen bee dear. That bitch is full fur. This code is Donatello. The big queen Vic of Walford. Who needs a king in yellow? My awareness is down and La Bafana is a hag. I didn't become a bit of I became a toast.
I do better than Cindy McDowell. I'm the cloud here, so the race is beat. Host of a podcast and a photo on release. The voice of an angel and a mug for the gods. Fly back to the moon because this crown is raw. When it comes to schooling, knowledge has the wealth. Before you reinvent education, why don't you reinvent yourself? To the moon. Legends rise, we're legendary. Watch me touch the sky. High, high, rainbow high, where legends never die. High, high. To the moon, to the moon.
This week's three holiest rollers are Rob, Pappy Boy, Nando's, Paps, Cat, Slater, Slag, and Rodney Rod at Matt Cloud. Congratulations, sponsors! The winner of the Flambeau is Cat Slater Slag, and she chooses to give the t-shirt cannon to a young cheeky bastard. Take it away, pause.
This is episode 2, so it's much longer than it should be.
Welcome to Maude Cast official sponsor, Race All Stars, all winners better known as Makazrasa. I am your host, GP, better known as Gradually Poncho. This is episode 2. This week, the sponsors were tasked with creating a garment from scratch that somehow promotes one of the many ventures of the O'Leary brothers. As the rules of this season dictate, the three holiest rollers will each receive a Maude mask, then flan ball for the win, which provides them with a Boots or TJ Maxx gift card, depending on what's left, and the chance to block one of their fellow sponsors from receiving a golden Maude mask next week. The 4 sponsors with the most golden Maude masks at the end will compete for the ultimate prize, the prize of this competition.
Good luck, sponsorinos. And in many ways, Maud Flanders was a supporting player in our lives. She didn't grab our attention with memorable catchphrases or comical accents, but whether you noticed her or not, Maud was always there, and we thought she always would be. And don't fuck it up. Can I get an amen?
First, Rob Pappy Boy Nando's serving Maude Cast realness. Not those Pappies, Rob, the ones at the Nando's. J. Vernon Pentecost serving full cast Hey Lucini Eleganza. I said Luciani, the future's here today. I said Hey Luciani, gradually a 3-3 ponchos. Enion the Cheeky Bee is serving full London delicacy with a Cockney Watchdogs themed London gown. Are you looking for treasure, Onion? Do you think this treasure is hidden? So do I, gradually Poncho. Lava Fan is serving Debbie from the graphics crew tease. Where is this gonna go? The graphics department is shutting down. Catherine Cott Slater serving the 6-1 to 6-6. Host of Stars and Stage and Screen, if they were a total slag. Ross Kemp gang member Desiree serving Bobby the barman from Still Game from Stars of Stage and Screen Extravaganza. Bobby, hey, look, it's Lambert and Butler. Jack, shut it, Bobby. You're the only foul, let's move on from that one. Murray Lloyd is serving Thulhu from the cast for your nerve. From New England F. Thulhu Liagwan Ogulftan. In his house at Relia Dead Thulhu waits serving looks. Rex Woofington is serving Cockney Watchdogs family sitting on the couch all Tugava Naya. Rex Woofington is on the main stage like he should be there, cleaning and mopping the floor. Rolliff the Ice Dragon is serving a Maude Cast colored ball gone hundies. You tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. You tell it on the mountain that Growlith the Ice Dragon is fierce. And finally, Rodney MacLeod is serving Polo Umblies, host of sponsor Race Metaganza. Before you reinvent education, why don't you reinvent yourself to the moon? Well done, sponsors, and you didn't fuck it up. The three holiest rollers, or as I call them, groggliest ponchos, of the week are
Growlith, the mighty ice dragon. Murray Lloyd, I'll be your skull on a pole. Onion, the cheeky bastard.
Rolliff and Murray will both receive a golden Maude mask. However, Onion, as you were given the t-shirt Cannon Mop Top Chop Top last week by Cot Slater Slag, you do not receive a mask, such as Poncho.
Cheeky bastard.
However, you are still eligible to win the Fland Ball and earn 10,000 pounds that can only be spent in the Super Mario bit of Universal Studios Japan. The three of you will now Fland Ball to the song Knowing Me Knowing You by ABBA, Aha, Good Luck, etc. The winner of the Fland Ball is Murray Lloyd. Murray Lloyd chooses to give the shirt Cannon Mop Top Chop Top to Rodney McLeod, tough luck rotters. Well, that's it for this week. Good night, and don't let the gradually...
To the moon, ooh, ooh, ooh. I would like to take you away. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. To the moon. To the moon, to the moon. I would like to take you away. To the moon. 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 To the moon, Lou Owen. I would like to take you away. To the moon. To the moon, Owen. I would like to take you away. To the moon. To the moon. Hans is going to take you. Yeah, he'd like to take you away. To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. To the dark side of the moon. Where he lives with his kid Polo and presumably his wife. But now I would like to take you away. To the moon. To the moon. Hans would like to take you away. To the moon. 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 I would like to take you away. To the moon. Mucho thanko.
I was thinking
extended theme song.
Beautiful. I was thinking there's 2.5 minutes left here and the theme tune starting. What's going to happen?
Just the song. It will. I just wanted to play the extended version this time. So yeah, the first two all winners under the belt. People are getting Maude masks. People are getting what? Who will take the ultimate prize?
So this bit's going to be edited into episode 2, is?
No, we're doing two each time, but
okay.
They're going to be roughly like 3 minutes each. But the first one was like 8 minutes.
The second one was 7.
The second one was 7, but about 3.5 minutes of that were that song.
That's great. That's what we've just been discussing.
It is. There's an anarchist.
Shall we, before we move on to Purgatory, shall we, and to content, shall we just call in to the IMFDB and see how Clara and Alan and young Jock and Infant Foom and Octagon and Maureen and Cerebus and Hardy Fox and Egg Sacramento Lee and Hobo Human and Anna Calculator and Fleshy Pleasures and Captain Bedspread are doing?
Well, I don't think we have a choice as the stamp phone is calling. We have a special stamp phone.
Hey Clara, Alan, it's Brennand. Nathan and I are just checking in from our trip. How's everything going at the Maude Flanders Internet Museum and Database and Hotcake Restaurant?
How's everything going where?
Maude Flanders Internet Museum, Database and Hotcake Restaurant.
Oh, I see. It just cut off. It said Maude Flan. Hi guys. Hope all is well. I just wanted to interrupt before you answered. We just wanted to touch base and make sure everything was running smoothly. You already said that. Moo! Hi Brennand. Nathan. Everything is going great here. The visitors are loving it more.
Hey there, we've had a steady flow of guests and everyone seems really impressed. We'll go ahead and remind us of the key points, just make sure we're keeping everyone on track.
Awesome to hear. Let's start with the exterior and entrance. The building still has that charming, welcoming exterior with soft pastels and the big sign with Maude's image on it, right?
Absolutely. It's looking as inviting as ever, moo. Great. Inside, the thematic decor with warm colours and subtle references to Maude's life, that's all intact, right?
Yes, everything is as you left it merely hours ago. The layout is still organised into the sections that really highlight the different aspects of Maude's character and life.
Perfect, let's just go over those sections quickly, shall we? How is the life and times of Maude Flanders area?
Well, Moo, to stay true to the podcast, we moved it so you had to walk 45 minutes to get to it. The biography wall with the timeline of Maude's life, the interactive screens Moo, and the display cases with personal items are all big hits. People love learning about her relationships with Ned, her husband, Rod, her eldest son, and Todd, her youngest son Moo, yet to be born today. Excellent. And the community involvement section?
Well, the displays highlighting her contributions to the Springfield community and testimonials about her kindness are really moving for visitors.
Wonderful. And how about the Maude Flanders Digital Archive?
Ooh, visitors are spending a lot of time with the episode clips. More than you, the digital photo gallery and the interactive kiosks. They're really engaging with its move. There's the tributes and legacy section looking, Alan.
The rotating exhibits of fan art and letters are a big draw. People love seeing how Maude's characters influence popular culture.
Fantastic. Are the interactive features like the AR experiences, touchscreen kiosks and virtual tours working well?
Oh, everything is operational and visitors are really enjoying the interactive elements. The AR moodles of Maude are a particular favourite move. And how's the hotcake restaurant doing? And also, are all the sad Oompa still working there?
No, they've gone, I don't know where, but they must have done one while we were in hell. But the dining area is cosy and inviting with the floral patterns and Maude references. Menu items like Maude's heavenly hotcakes and Ned's nutty banana pancakes are here. Oh, one of the sad Oompa is still here as well. He's crying into his pancakes.
That's what makes them special, Move. Yes, people really love the themed dishes. They're not really themed around the characters, and the atmosphere. It really adds to the museum experience.
That's great to hear, Clara. Are you still hosting special events and programs?
Absolutely. We've got Maude workshops, Maude shops, Maude trivia nights, Maude Rivia, and pancake decorating contests. Maude pancake decorating contest going on regularly.
Fantastic, and everything is accessible with free Wi-Fi, a mobile app, and eco-friendly practices in place, I assume. Yes, Moo, all of those features are fully functional and appreciated by our visitor.
Perfect, we're so glad to hear it and everything's running smoothly. And how are Jock, Octagon and Infant Foon doing? The 3 babies you have?
Oh yes, I am a nanny as well. They are doing great. Jock is keeping an eye on the memorabilia whilst recycling old quotes. Octagon is fascinated by the AR features. He's just obsessed. And who is Octagon? And Infant Foom is a hit with the guests in the restaurant. That's wonderful to hear. Keep up the great work, and we'll be back soon. And to be honest, Clara, I don't know who Octagon is.
He's lost track.
Will do, Brennan. Have a great trip.
Oh yes, enjoy your time away in Limbo. We've got everything covered here. Thanks, Clara and Alan. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye for now. Well, that was good to hear. So, with less than a minute
you
left,
haven't hung up.
Beep.
Oh, there we go.
Clip 1. Would you like to give the good people some context for this content?
I would, and I will. We are now with these clips, possibly not the first one, but definitely after that. These clips happened after we started the Maude Cast.
Really? Wow.
So these are 2020 onwards. So we've certainly is. Maude Flanders is in these clips today. As I was saying, these clips happened after the start of the Maude Cast. So a lot of this stuff, maybe not the first 2, but definitely the more we get into this, I remember feeling very lucky and very much like it had been designated to us. I did not think it would take us 3 years to get to it, but I'm glad it did.
Yeah, what's the most recent clip?
Of Maude?
Yeah, season 34 is just finished, right?
Season 35 is just finished.
Oh. But season 35 was Maudeless, I repeat.
Correct. So the last episode of season 34 is our current last clip. Spoilers.
I see.
But we've got a few episodes left before we get to that. This one, there's a heavy hitter, yeah.
Yeah. Season 31, episode 16, which is what we're at now, was on March 15th, 2020. And our first episode went on May 8th, which means we would have recorded it towards the end of April. So this first one came out about 6 weeks before Maude Cast episode 1 started.
Nice. That's strange, isn't it?
Strange. It's Stranger Things New World, which had already also come out before this episode.
Before you say it, I did notice the other day, I can't remember what made me think of this, but there's the We'll Never Stop the Simpsons song that inspired the We'll Never Stop the Watchdog song, and both of those things still remain to be true.
They do remain to be true, or unremain to be false, as I like to think of it.
Exactly, non-falsehoods.
And finally, Mr. Sweetman showed up, so there's still hope.
Exactly, Tom Cruise Blues.
Is he the last character? Anyway, season 31, episode 16, Better Off Ned. Neddy and Rod and Todd are in a trash heap sweeping. Neddy is talking to Nelson. I think I might just understand now how you feel. You lost a dad. I lost 2 Mrs. Flanders. Is that the same voice I said? It is a heartfelt plea out to months.
It sure is. I think you're going to notice with the voices now some significant, even like people always make, Marge is the primary example, but all of them, especially Shearer's character, but Shearer is like 80, so it's possible that the voices just change. But I think I've said this before, but part of me thinks that they've already replaced quite a lot of Shearer's characters with either AI or a sound-alike, because Burns and Neddy especially have moments that are very dissimilar. I don't remember this episode very well. I think I've only seen it once. It's one of those titles, though, that makes you think, oh, she might get a mention here. And she kind of just about does.
Just about half a mention.
Yeah, and she's now been bundled into like the Mrs. Flanders' thing with Edna again. And if you go back to early Maude Cast days, we were discussing it because we knew Edna would eventually marry Ned, but we never really discussed it in the way that Edna would end up being paired with Maude after being paired with Ned. That's something I've only kind of come to realise as we've been looking at the clips. It's funny as well because Nelson obviously knows Edna, but he doesn't know her as a Mrs. Flanders. So I wonder if he knows that he's referencing Mrs. Krabappel, because that's probably a good way to get through to Nelson. The only other time I can think of these two being in a scene together where it's just them is after the Edna death scene, when he says, I miss that laugh, and then Nelson comes to the window and says, like, I miss her as well.
And then he does a laugh, ha.
I don't think he does.
He does, because the joke is that Nelson's laugh sounds like her laugh. That's the joke, right?
No.
Because they're both played by the same character. Both played by the same actress, right?
That would make sense. No.
Well, hello, it's Luna Sizemore, forgotten from Family Tree. Surprise, bitch, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Brendan and Nathan were technically both wrong. Nelson says, haha, before saying, I miss her too. Also, Octagon is Dorita's brother, also a baby, known to some as the paramedic fetus of the East. Sizemore out.
But Todd and Nelson are the same actor.
No.
Indeed.
Who is that?
Who would have thought? Nancy Cartwright.
Cartwright, I see.
Voice of Chucky from Rugrats.
Voice of Chucky from Bride of Chucky.
Yeah. Exactly. We're at this point now where I think this is what they're going to do as well this current season, that they're on about spoilers. There's a Ned grief episode. These are the kind of moments where he does just sort of remind you that he's been through some shit. And like, it doesn't come up very often. Like, the Ned episodes are kind of fewer and far between as well. Sure. And they don't just want to keep doing the same thing every single time, which is, I'm sad that both of my wives are dead.
They're trying to avoid Flanderizing him.
Yes, they didn't want to unflanderize him more than anything. They didn't want to make him into a not chipper. They could have completely deflanderized him in this. He could be like a Moe-esque character now after his maybe not Moe, but like maybe Larry. Maybe he could be like a Larry-esque character.
Who's Larry? Is Larry one of the barflies? The only barfly.
Yes, no, Larry's the dead barfly. Larry Cast. Have you seen an emu with 3 bloody feet? Yeah, that's it. This is all that she gets in this season, I think, unless we looked at one last time. It's been a while. But I like it. 32 is where she comes back into her own a little bit, weirdly. Yeah, that's it. It's nice to hear Ned vaguely talk about her still.
I still remember I had some wives. Clip 2. Season 32, episode 12, so almost a full year later before we get any mention of her. Take that Maude out of your mouth. Ned is singing out of his window on a sunny day. He is also on a treadmill. Nice to nice, I'll sell these fluffy dice, he desperately says. The wall next to him proudly displays his 5 favourite people: Rod, Todd, Maudney, Edna, and Jesus Hates Christmas. Maude bought them as a joke I didn't get, he says as he throws them out into a box that says things that Ned does not find funny. The Best of Bill Maher, Whoopee Cushion, Gentle Christian Humour, Fake Barf, Newspaper Funny Page, The Simpsons Season 3, and this sketch, this scene. Why is he throwing things out? Why is he singing? And what was particularly bad about Season 3 of The Simpsons?
I don't know. I don't get the Season 3 thing. It's a very bold move for a Season 32 episode to shit on a Season 3 Simpsons. I think the singing, it's a parody of the song Tonight from West Side Story. And quite a lot of them are singing.
Good.
It just keeps cutting to different people, but I believe that it's something to do with having a yard sale.
Right.
Is what I can gather. And the yard sale is in Flanders Lawn, or that's where kind of takes place. This is the episode where they kind of do. This is the Edna episode where they kind of they've left it a few years and now they do the Bart. Within this stuff, Bart finds Edna's diary by accident. Ned was not. It was not in the not funny box. What I do like about this is even if he hadn't said the Maude line, she was still on the wall, so he still would have been looking at this regardless.
Yes.
And this is the first Maude photo for a while. We haven't seen a Maude on the wall for a bit. Maybe it's so when he says Maude now and Edna, well, he doesn't say Edna actually, but maybe just to sort of gently remind people who he's talking about. Because, yeah, season 32, she's now been dead for 21 years.
There were
at this
children.
current time.
There were children who are now 27 years old who would not have been able to watch that season and like it would not have been cognizant of that season. So you could be in your mid-20s and not have experienced a living Maude Flanders.
Exactly, yeah.
That's got to be unheard of in televisual kind of, obviously, like, so Coronation Street, right? So there's characters that will have died and gone out of it like 15, 20, 25 years ago, but they're not still getting semi-regular mentions.
No.
It doesn't happen in any other show. It can't, right?
It can't. It could, but it wouldn't really. Yeah, like in a soap when they have so many people coming and going, it only works because it was kind of the one time they did it with a fully recurring character. Like we've gone into the deaths of the other characters. And again, the closest one now is Larry, and I can see them doing a similar. I bet Larry now in the next like 2 or 3 seasons has way more interesting screen time. I may be wrong, but that seems.
I am wrong, but that's what I think.
Exactly, they become like a legacy, don't they, as opposed to or like a legend character.
Yeah, like Mr. Sweetman.
Exactly, yeah. And then he went away for a long time. That's sort of a different play where you bring, like in The Office when they brought back Devon in the finale. The guy got fired in like season 2. That's more of a Sweetman thing. I don't get. I assume you made the same note as I had, but I don't know what the joke is that Maude was trying to make with these fuzzy dice.
I can only assume that so the dice themselves started off as a way to be like people who were dangerous drivers. They would put the dice over their mirror as a kind of way, as like a good luck thing, and then eventually they became from regular dice into big fluffy kind of dice, and then eventually like they just became a like a pop culture kind of thing. You just see cars just have them. They're very kitschy, right? I could only see 2 possible jokes. One, Ned is very much not a dangerous driver and therefore does not need the fuzzy dice to keep him safe.
That's good.
Or like Ned's a straight-laced kind of guy. He doesn't have kitschy kind of like stuff around him. So like for him to have a pair of kitschy like dice in his car would be like silly, out of character.
That seems my only, from the Maude point of view, my only issue with the first one is that it's sort of non-Christian, which is probably why he threw them away. To have like an item of luck in your car, it seems to be sort of drawing towards other religions.
Maybe it's a grey area. I think you're allowed good luck charms.
So maybe exactly. It's sort of a very, very light grey area, which is why it would make sense if Maude did it as a joke. Like, oh look, I saw it more like I bought you these fuzzy dice. Isn't that funny? Because you love Jesus and you don't need luck because you believe in God. But here's these fuzzy dice, haha.
Why is he on a treadmill?
I don't know. I think they just needed to have him doing something. I don't really know. I think maybe it's just because it's a song, so they wanted some motion. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is the start of the episode, and it was just to get like a yard sale. Yeah,
it's very poor.
The episode itself is kind of nice.
Okay,
it is very poor. And my thought with the dice was that it was sort of like, you go to like a cheesy like Blackpool like stick of rock trinket shop, and they've got those sort of like sassy naughty toys.
Oh yeah.
Like I saw it as more like something from that kind of world where it's a little bit too edgy for Ned. He sees it as a little bit too unwholesome, whereas she is like, get a grip, Ned. It's a pair of dice.
Yeah, grow a pair of dice. It does show sort of growth.
Precisely. It shows growth though from his Praiseland episode when 20 years later he's made some progress.
What progress is this that he's made?
He is now throwing the stuff out, as I've just explained. In the Praiseland episode, he got the Simpson family to come round and go through Maude's stuff because he didn't want to do it himself. Now he feels comfortable to throw away a thing of kind of value and sentiment. And it's a second sort of kick in the tits for is that he then reclaims, he's like, Bart finds Edna's diary and he's like, no, you can't have that. But he never found Maude's diary.
No, because you got it, lad.
That would be a whole different episode.
Season 32, episode 16, Manger Things. This is the big one. Ned enters a well-stocked library-style sitting room. Pregnant Maude is in a recliner, and it all seems very festive. Look, Maude, he says, slightly younger Ned. Look, Maude, God has blessed us with another mouth to feed. Todd is the proof if we ever needed it, but it's Rod. Oh, Simpson's brother, I say, Herbert Sump Sump. Oh, says sassy Maude, more like a sinkhole that likes French fries. How is Ned younger, I say? Just look at his tash. Oh, now, Ned, Jesus says, love thy neighbour, even though he never seemed to live next to anyone. Oh, it's Homer, I say. Please, Ned, says Maudie, rubbing her belly. I'm due any day. Maudie, when I look in that man's face, I see Jesus. Pregnancy woes aside, Maude is not coming off well in this clip. When you look at everything, you see Jesus. I bet you're seeing Jesus right now. I love you so much, says Ned to Jesus. Maudie grumpy says, put him in your man cave. Man cave, Jar says hopefully. Neddy turns to him. My son of man cave.
Don't like the title at all. It's too modern for me.
Well, also, it doesn't really relate to Stranger Things in any way, right? So it's one of those dodgy ones.
Yeah, and it also doesn't really have anything to do with a manger. It is about a Christmas birth, but it's not about the nativity story. And you don't see a lot of mangers these days, so I doubt they own one. I like this though. I remember it. This was one of the ones where I knew it was going to happen because they released like 4 or 5 images prior to it, like with what they do with the promo images, and there was a nightgown Maude. There was like 3 pictures with Maude in, so I was like, well, she's going to be part of it. And then even just that bio, a secret from Flanders' past, I was like, well, we're getting something, and it felt very intentional when we saw it, because at this point, yeah, I think we've done about a year of Maude casting at this point at least.
Have a look here.
But I do start mentioning it in the Maude cast at some point, but not in a talking about the content sort of way. I do bring up that it's happened within an episode, probably more than one, of the Maude cast. So there is an episode somewhere, 19 views for the Poochie cast. I remember I was at the Balloon Manticore's house as well, and I made a big event out of it. I remember thinking, like, I know this is gonna fuel that fire for another 3 or 4 episodes.
Oh, easy.
And it sure will and did.
Sure will and does.
But if you do want to look into it from not just a grateful stance, Maude's voice also sounds different. It sounds way more like just Roswell. I think she gets there the more this episode goes on, but she's definitely got a lower tone or a lower pitch than regular Maude, I believe.
Right. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Again, maybe just age, but she's got the accent. It's just that she's not as nasally or high pitched as old Maude, or new Maude in this case. Older Maude in her sense. I think we've seen past Maude in this colour before as well, which I like. Like there's some sort of running theme there. And yeah, she is. I think they've taken the opportunity to have her be at this point, again, all the Maude is a sociopath, our Maude cast. There's a lot of stuff out there about the character of Maude Flanders not being as nice as she might have seemed. And I think they've played... They do that. There's the episode where they address like the future stuff. They do that kind of weird clip show episode, and they address a lot of stuff that people talk about online. So they're in the loop with what the fans are thinking about characters. So I think they use this opportunity of, oh well, she's pregnant, so she's going to be, every chance is that she's going to be arsey and uncomfortable anyway.
I see.
So we can really amp up how much of a arsehole Maude is to Homer in this situation.
Yeah.
What doesn't make sense
plot wise.
It's
all right. Come.
Yeah, plot wise, this is the biggest Maude v Homer episode, and it's possibly, maybe they're just giving us some sassiness again, retroactively working back the guilt of killing her by saying, well, she wasn't really that nice to Homer anyway, so she deserved to be hit by all those t-shirts.
Yeah, also though, like
maybe they're adding that kind of story.
The meaner she is to him at this point, the more his goodness will kind of have an effect, right?
Yeah, and so this is supposed to be like 8 years ago, and yeah. I agree that Ned seems to have been specific. Ned and Homer have been aged down, and Maude is just kind of back. Maybe it'd be too much for them to... Maybe they thought it would be too confusing to bring back Maude in a flashback, but also make her younger.
Probably.
Maybe they thought people would just not know who is this woman Was he married before Maude to a woman who looked like a younger Maude? And then she obviously morphs into Jesus, which is great for everybody. Stop.
She does morph into Jesus.
Please
I had some pictures of her as Jesus, but they seem to have disappeared. Where's the Jesus pictures gone? Because she looked great as Jesus, right?
Yeah, it's very funny. It's the most sort of silly-looking Maude we've seen, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
This late in the game to get a Jesus-faced Maude. One full year into a Maude cast to get a Jesus-faced Maude on a TV show where we're discussing the fact that this character was left behind and we want to bring her back. And then they just did it themselves anyway. And I said it'll be funny if they are planning on doing this sort of Ned Grief episode in season 36. It would be very funny if they just brought her back whilst we're in like the final run of our Modcast episodes, if they just decided to completely bring her back.
But that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? We could take 5 years off or 10 years off, and then we could come back with Maude Part 2, right? With like, loads and loads of clips. It'd be brilliant. You'd learn a lot more. Kill her again. You'd have to, really, wouldn't you? So we put out season 4, episode 3, on the exact day this episode came out.
Time for a gradually flashback to Modcast season for episode 6. I am gradually Poncho. Has anyone seen Lel?
Like this year, we got a real treat this week with the 700th episode and the whole sort of modern Homer buddy comedy thing that we've actually discussed before. Looking at you, Max Stone Graham.
Over there in the bushes, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of groundbreaking new information about modern Homer. It'll definitely come into play. And I wouldn't normally send you stuff from the new ones because we will get to it in time. But this felt like sort of pivotal Maude information. And it was fantastic. She was great.
Would you say it's the most Maude has appeared and spoke in a single episode?
These 4, the quadrology, are all. I'd say the last 4 appearances she's put in are her biggest appearances.
146 views.
164.
Boys, get your numbers right, boys.
I'll go off, Jam. You're supposed to be reopening your mac and cheese factory. What's going on with that sofa? That's just a wrap, isn't it? That's just like a blanket over the sofa.
Yeah, it's a weird design choice. I quite like it. Like the 4 coloured squares. They probably just didn't have the energy to make it more themed. Could be more Christian. I think the problem with New Simpsons and this animation style is I think there would be a time where all of those books in the background would have silly Bible titles, or at least there would be probably one shelf of books with titles as opposed to copy and paste 2 bookshelves.
Yeah.
And that's about it. She's just sat at home being pregnant, knowing that she's not just pregnant, about to give birth pregnant, like she's waiting on it. She's
very pregnant, as they would say.
She's super pregs with Todd. So she's
just waiting.
And for him you can completely see where she's coming from because he comes in, Ned, knowing that she's about to pop.
Yeah.
Bringing in the person that she dislikes probably the most. Maybe it's not that intense at this point, but it seems to be. But I can't think of anything worse in that situation. So if anything, she's handling it fairly well. She could have just absolutely kicked off.
I can think of something worse. Have you ever seen Chainsaw Massacre? Texas Chainsaw Massacre? But I do like her response of more like a sinkhole that likes French fries, because he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, she gets some good digs in. That's what I mean. She gave it's a very slight redemption for Maude in that she finally, after all these years, gets a few on-screen digs. We knew she didn't like him, but she's never said anything really rude about him. So it's nice to give her that moment of vindication.
Get in there, stick the boot in. I noticed that there's only a couple of clips from this episode, and we don't have that many more episodes this season. Is most of this season made up of clips from this episode?
No spoilers. I think we do. This episode at least has. I think we're covering this episode for 2 more Modcasts, and then there's an episode after that with the clips that have followed this episode where she's not been as, this is her most prominent recent role. There's a few more after this in terms of the clips we're used to seeing, like background stuff, photos, etc. And then we're caught up. So we've only actually got, after this, we've got like 3 more episodes of TV show content left. So we haven't got 8 to 10 full episodes of content here. We're talking like 3-4 more episodes of Maude TV content, and then we're caught up. But we have some other stuff to look at.
I get you, but so are you? Have we been having like every second of Maud's screen times, right? So if she does a clip, we're like we do every single like scene that she appears in, the whole of that scene, right?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing here. Yeah, 4.5 years. We weren't at the start though.
So
At the
did we
start,
miss
it was
any?
going to be more. No, we have not. We've also just recently done the mod too late, so we caught up on anything we did miss. So I think I think there's probably still one or two out there that have completely missed somewhere. But as far as I can tell, at the start we were gonna do like 50, which sounded
Yes.
extreme then. But they were gonna extreme to the max. They were just gonna be stuff like this, like these kind of episodes where she's got some vague semblance of a role, or when she talks.
Yeah.
And then within like, because the first 3 Maudecasts are a little bit out of sequence because of that. We do like the 2 big episodes, and then we just look at a bundle of clips where she was scattered through season 2. So that was the original plan, that we would sort of look at the big stuff and then maybe just sort of vaguely say, oh, and also she was at Mo's Tavern this week. But what we instead did, we spent a full 45-minute to an hour episode on the back of her head in the Uncut Mo's Family Feedback, which is significantly better. So I think we have, as far as I am aware, we will be correctly caught up by the time we get to like the bongo cast of this season.
Right, brilliant. Just in time for the littlest league possible. Clip 4, same show, manger stuff. It is a very snowy Springfield terracey, evergreen terracey day. Christmas lights on the house exterior. Neddy and Maude are sleeping happily on the wrong side of the bed. Maude's eyes ping open, pink and glowing in the dark. Jar is licking his fingers at the table when Maude goes downstairs to investigate the noise, which is unusual that she didn't send Neddy, which I believe she has in the past, but also not out of character for brave Maude. You ate the Christmas ham, she shouts at Jar, who is licking his fingers, and it wasn't even cooked. Jar says, you were saving that? It was still in the plastic. Best more Jar interaction in a minute, I say. That was plastic? Jar says, classic.
Typical comedy that I don't mind at all. Maybe I probably wouldn't care for this if it wasn't more, to be honest, but I'm really happy with it in this situation. She's getting to be in a twofer. She's getting to be in a little skit alongside Homer Simpson, the star of the show.
He is, isn't he?
The image, this was one of the promo images released, so I knew that she was going to be in a dressing gown yelling at Homer at some point, and he would be eating a Christmas ham. So this wasn't too much of a shocker for me, but the scene and the way it played out was nice. I think she goes herself because she's sick of Ned shit. I think she's just at this point, like, she's lost her faith in him on this day, and it will continue to be lost throughout the episode. She's just like, I'm just going to do this myself. Like, I think she also kind of wants to do it herself. I think she wants to let off a bit of steam, and she's still nice enough that she's not going to shout at Neddy for nothing really. Like, she's not going to just, the way that Ned snapped and shouted at the town, he still didn't shout at Maude.
Yeah.
So I think she would also follow that rule. So I think she probably is secretly a little bit glad this is happening, because she gets to wake up and she's finally got someone here to just lose her shit at.
How does she know it's Homer? Why is Homer there, and how does she know it's Homer?
Homer is there because he got kicked out for blah, blah, blah. Can't remember.
Applause.
He's no longer welcome in the home. So,
oh, good Lord.
Him in. Yes.
And at that point, they already have Bart, right?
Yeah, they got Bart, and I'm pretty sure there's a baby Lisa there. I can't remember. Lisa and Todd are sort of vaguely the same age, but maybe not. I can't remember. She just knows it's Homer. The only other people in that house are Ned and a very, very small Rod. Ned is next to her. So it's either Homer or someone's broken in. And I think either way, she's up for it.
Yeah.
If that had been a thief, if that had been Snake, I think she would have chased him out with like a lead bat.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with ladies at that stage in the game. They'll give you some grief, I'll tell you.
This is the most sort of developed as a singular non-Ned's wife character possibly. As well. She's making her own choices aside from Ned. We're seeing like this scene is Maude. This scene is Maude's experience of anger. It's not from Homer's point of view. It's not from Ned's point of view. It's not from anybody's point of view other than Maude Flanders's. And it's season 32.
Yeah, finally we've got the real Maude, and she's just an angry, grumpy woman.
Yes.
Finding a man eating a raw ham in her kitchen wrapped in plastic and her finding no amusement in that.
No, she did not. Much like the fuzzy dice, Maude did not find this. But this was a joke Maude did not get.
Maude did find the funny dice funny, fuzzy.
She did, but Ned did not.
Ned did not.
I don't know if I said that though.
We already said that.
And yeah, we've got plenty more from this episode to cover. It's also sort of retroactively doing some stuff. Like this Maude, it makes sense that this Maude is friends with Helen. It makes sense that this Maude doesn't like Homer, whereas the Maude, like the no sugar Maude, was just sort of more of a stuck-up Christian, upholding moral citizen brigade kind of thing. This is like more of a I specifically don't like this man.
She's just a foil, isn't she, really, at this point? She just kind of like, she's a bit sassy and she doesn't like Homer Simpson, and that's all we know about her.
In many ways in this scene, she is a straight man, she is boosty, and she is a villain.
And Ookie Cookie Mom. Very good. But enough of that. We're now in purgatory, aren't we, with Mr. Sweetman, Socrates, Rod Hobgoblin, Tooth Frog. It looks like a swirling and dimly lit portal. Could you describe this as? What does this setting look like?
To me, personally, it looks like a bizarre rundown carnival with a mix of ancient ruins and there's some broken rides.
Well, this is a new level of weird. We already know he's with us, don't we? It's a new level of weird. Welcome to Purgatory, folks.
It's like Limbo, but with more broken amusements. What do you think, Brenard?
Yeah, Limbo was more of a bland waiting room. This place has a distinct carnival horror vibe.
Oh, great. I was too sweet for man. I was too sweet for Mantown and too manly for Sweet Town. And now I'm stuck in a cosmic fuckhouse. What a delightful irony.
Indeed, this is an interesting contrast to Limbo. Here, the discomfort seems to be more experiential, not experimental, rather than existential. So this is purgatory. Looks like someone threw a party and forgot to clean up. I'm very Maudy.
Cook. Shit.
You ate the ham.
Vomit. That was me. Sorry, Rodney. The truth is, this place is a mess. Burp. So that's someone's idea of a cosmic joke. A hooah. Cosmic hooah. Oh, making a mess everywhere.
Oh, Truth Frog, what's the deal here? We're supposed to work through our issues, right, here in Purgatory.
Yeah, but this place is so chaotic. It feels like we're in a never-ending, mildly bad dream.
I had grandfather. Sweet best pals.
Where were you from? Too much of a what?
But now I'm just a mess in a mess. What is the point of this place, Socrates?
Perhaps Purgatory serves as a stage where the absurdity of our previous lives is laid bare. It's a place where we must confront our own folly and find clarity amidst the chaos. How do we get out of here, or is this it?
Robin. Truth is, we might have to endure this mess, yum, until we've learned whatever lesson it is we need to learn. Burp. Spin.
Well, the atmosphere has become even more bizarre, and there's just weird contraptions and absurd obstacles everywhere. Oh, what's that? Something's appearing out of some kind of ether. It's a giant glittery wheel of fortune. Oh, it's spinning slowly with various ridiculous outcomes written on it.
Hey, what's that? Is it some kind of like cosmic game show?
May I know the outcomes? No. Looks like it. Maybe spinning the wheel will give us some clue about how to handle this place.
Great. As if I needed more chances to fail spectacularly.
Spinning the wheel might be a symbolic act of fate and chance. It could reveal the nature of our trials here. All right, let's give it a spin. How much worse can it get?
I'll spin it with enthusiasm. Oh, what an absurdly comical outcome. The great juggling jamboree. Looks like we've got a juggling challenge for it. The truth is, this should be a laugh for it. Spin. Juggling in Purgatory. This just keeps getting better.
Why not? Let's give it a shot. Anything to lighten the mood.
All right, get these rubber chickens from this stall and start juggling, everybody. Mr. Sweetman, you are particularly clumsy, dropping chickens everywhere.
I'll juggle some. Look how proficient I am.
It's hard to say, but it's bloody messy. This is impossible. How is this supposed to help me find meaning when I was too sweet for Sweet Town and too manly for Mantown, or vice versa?
The true challenge is in balancing the absurdity of the task with the pursuit of insight. The Socrates is a real big hitter, isn't he? What a character. This isn't so bad. It's kind of like a carnival game, just with higher stakes. Oh, look who it is. gracefully descending into the scene.
Why,
Jeff
it's me,
Apple.
it's Jeff Apple, your boss. I've got a glowing aura and a fruit-themed costume, and I'm descending gracefully into this scene. Greeting, lost souls of purgatory. I see you've been through a bloody carnival of chaos. Fear not, your journey is about to take a delightful turn.
Hi, Space Jesus, Jeff.
Can you get us out of here,
Please, please tell me there's more to this than juggling chickens and dealing with mess.
Indeed, you've endured the trials of purgatory, and now you're invited to join me at the gates of space heaven.
And what awaits us there? A place of cosmic revelations.
Well, it's good you ask. Socrates, space heaven is a realm of bliss, discovery, and cosmic panties. It's where you can shed your burdens and embrace universal joy.
Burp, the truth is, this is going to be fantastic.
Let's get out of here. I'm done with carnival antics.
Sure, follow me. Follow me. It's good that we've got 3 characters with distinct voices, isn't it? Follow me and we'll head to space heaven. You've earned it. Go through the shimmering portal, carnival scene will fade, and all your grins will turn to ecstasy, from grim to ecstasy, as you leave the absurdity of purgatory behind. The scene is brighter, more colorful, and here we are, the gates of space heaven.
Oh, that was absurd. Well, that was absurd, but I'm glad to be moving on.
That's the truth. Here's to a brighter future.
And maybe my sweet products will finally have a bloody place and a point. And maybe one day I'll be sweet enough for Sweet Town and manly enough for Mantown.
You never will. Space heaven. An intriguing concept indeed.
Broke part. The truth is, this is going to be amazing.
Let's get this cosmic party started.
Yeah, let's go in the gates of space heaven. Yeah, we're going off to new cosmic adventures. End scene.
Well, that's brilliant. As we go through the gates of space heaven, do you want to see some more art? I have to go a bit saucy, although I did find a surprising amount for this season of regular mod art that's not too mucky that we've not seen before. Here's our first one.
Not too mucky at all.
No, Koleka. What do you make of this? Slightly more after dark version.
This is a flasher mod wearing what appears to be a Simpsons accurate winter coat. To be fair, we've seen her wearing that winter coat specifically, so that's a great nod to detail. I like the little crucifix in picture 1. The blue eyeshadow would have been a nice touch, but then in picture 2, she's everything's out. The ones at the bottom, the ones even further than the bottom.
What's going on? Is that a little bell attached to it? Like, it's almost like a wind chime down there.
It is, and she's got some kind of metal brassiere with a chain attaching her bosoms.
Let's move on from this. It's all a bit too saucy, isn't it? But I was amused by the little tuft and the purple bell down there.
Yes, as tastefully as we can.
Is that something people do? I've never seen anyone with a bell hanging off that part of them.
No, I'm not sure if it's just a mod thing where to put it as tactfully as possible, placed a wind chime on her minge.
All right, number 2, we have a Mighty Beans toy, which is a proper commercial product, I think.
You do? It's cute, isn't it?
Yeah. What's going on? You breaking the fourth wall? Oh, you got it?
I own this mod bean.
Beautiful.
It is, and currently standard. I got the whole family, and they also sent me like a guy who kind of looks like Don King, but not a Simpsons character. Yeah, I bought this because it is one of the only pieces of merchandise available. It says on the back, 25 Maud Flanders, copyright 2004 Fox, Moldovan Fox, Mighty Boons, copyright Moose, Matt Groening.
Very good. He probably drew it.
He's got his name all over her little. But it's cute, isn't it? It's got everything you need, and there is a full Flanders family set.
Yes. No blue eyeshadow, but also no minge bell.
That is true. And mine has candle wax in her eye for some reason.
Really?
And also a cute little thing. If you look on the top, it's also got a little like tuft of her.
Nice. Very, very kawaii.
Yes,
very
good
indeed. But you can't open it, right? It just kind of like stands up.
Yeah, it's got a magnet in it, so it's like a weeble. It just sort of
it wobbles, but
around.
It won't fall down.
Yes, but it does fall. But then it gets right back up, tub thumping.
Those toys where you used to hit them and they fell over and bounced back. You don't see those anymore, right?
I don't think you do. You don't see a lot of toys anymore, though.
Probably an app. No.
It probably is an application.
What about this Minecraft skin of the Maude Ghost?
Beautiful. You don't see a lot of traditional Maude Ghost art with the colours. She's got the colours and everything.
They couldn't bypass the feet.
No, the feet. I don't mind it though. It adds a sort of. You could sort of get away with it. Yes, you could get away with it being in the strands of, I don't know what you call it, like ghost ends that she has when she's like, she don't got legs when she's a ghost. She got ghost ends, so it's somewhat accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this would be recognizable to non-Simpson fans. Yes.
I did have to question whether it was a mod, and then I was like, oh, it's a ghost mod, yeah.
Yes, I will take it. I'm happy with it.
And finally, from Drawception, the very bottom of the art barrel, but it has a surprising amount of Maude Flanders-related drawings. It is simply a gravestone saying Maude Flanders, no date.
Yeah, on paint. Not even been done with the text feature, like written.
It's Drawception.
I don't mind.
Drawception's a game, right?
Oh yeah,
a charades thing or a Pictionary thing.
In that case, it's very good.
Well, they had 3 months to do it. The time period was 3.5 weeks.
I see. Yeah, no notes. My Maude's got no notes because she's dead.
Exactly. Do you have time for a diary?
Certainly. Let's fire up the old girl.
Dear diary, it's over. I'm done with him. I can no longer tolerate this sort of lack of moral upstanding. He keeps getting on my nerves all the time. He leaves toenails everywhere. He doesn't like cucumbers with cottage cheese. I don't like his hair. I don't like his weird side hair. I don't like the way he dresses. To be honest, I think I rushed into this one a bit too soon.
The diary entry or the...
all of the above. I think that I'm going to call it quits on this one. My friend here is a lawyer. I'm going to appear as a ghost to the blue-haired lawyer, but essentially what's happening is I'm divorcing Abraham Lincoln so we can move on with the story as is. But to be honest, I think, it wasn't a solid move for Maude, to be honest. I think I was just jealous because Edna married George Washington and I got to keep up with her. She gets a new car, I get a newer car. She marries George Washington, I marry the other one, the one that got popped in the back of the head. And yeah, to be honest, I'm just going to move my stuff. I'm not even going to tell him. I'm gonna go live with Mona Simpson for a bit, and we'll just sort of watch 90s rom-coms. And I didn't have a lot of culture experience on Earth because I was very kind of buckled down into the whole Christianity thing, but now I'm hearing in heaven, so I don't think as a Christian, once you get to heaven, do you carry on? Like, do you keep praying? I haven't been doing, because I've just sort of befriended God and Jesus, his son. So yeah, I'm moving out. I'm going to go on a date with Larry instead. Bye, diary. Helen's bitch.
Good lord. I thought she was going to forget about her old scores. I also thought she might mention the Homer Simpson pregnancy thing.
That was years ago for her. Dust in the wind.
It was, wasn't it? Shall we finish with a song?
Let's.
Brilliant.
The truth is.
The truth is, it's time for a song fart burp. Go on.
Betty Roth Ned.
Neddy run tar in the stand do.
Ned, why is tlacking to Nelson?
Ned I singing for his window any day.
Treadmill nice too nice, I'll seal these fluffy dice. He desperately early.
48 people Christmas bought them joke.
Jesus H Christmas.
Tordos in not ox things, Ned.
The best of Bill Murray whoopee cushion.
Christian newspaper Simpson season 3.
Ned enters.
Well, stop pregnant Maude.
Look, Maude says slightly younger.
Maude, God bless Ochamoth, though.
Is it Siamp's brother? Herbert Som.
Sassy Maude, how are these songs still amusing? How Ned, oh Neo, Jesus, they now go, but even Maude seemed, oh, it's Homer.
Please Ned say Maudie rubbing her belly. My use, mate.
I look in that man's fat eye, Jesus, pregnancy added eho snot.
I bet you're seeing Jesus right now. I low EU in bed.
In bed to Jesus, Maudie grumpy, your man cave, Neddy your dunkums.
It's Sire very Snow Springfield Terracy.
Neddy and maid.
Maudie eyes ping up and jar is licking his fingers.
Maudie, you're not happy. Christmas ham hasn't waned.
It was a still in the plastic. Best mod jar.
Yeah.
Just is classic.
Who would have thought it? Season 1, episode 12? Or something like that.
Exactly. We've lost count after 100 as well. I don't know what we're on. I think this is like 109 or something.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't 108 because we missed a big lost chance there. If it is, I'll just put something lost related in now.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
And that's the truth.
And that is the truth. Let's have a look. What was number 100?
11E3, I believe.
Yeah. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106. This is 107. Unless you count the bonus episode, but you don't, no. This is 107.
Excellent. Well, next week will be a lot stream special then, I guess.
I guess so.
Spoilers he forgot and did want.